Alright folks, an oldie and kind of goodie for us. This game came out about the time we were getting ready to deploy to Afghanistan in 2005. So, asking me to remember 19 years ago. Did I play this before or after I went to Afghanistan, or did I take it with me to Afghanistan? I don't know. This was a game published by Panzerschreck and was a short-lived venture between Art Lupinchano and Gary Graber. What we have here is the continued German retreat to the Ukraine in 1944 and now into Hungary and into the Slovakia region. The two sides are fairly evenly matched in terms of raw numbers, but in terms of strength, the German strength is approximately 53 combat factors to the Soviet 88 combat factors. But in terms of the ability to alter things a little bit in terms of modifiers, the Germans are up 31 to 24. What the Soviets have to do here is basically run the board. You notice that there are here fortifications. Well, I wasn't real certain about those. And of course, almost this entire line through here are, as you can see, fortified. Again, wasn't certain about that. I read in Prit-Poltar's sorry there, folks. The Reckoning, where he comments that he was concerned about Konov was concerned about the extensive German fortifications. Okay, I'm in. If he was worried about that, because a lot of the German fortifications at this point in the war were, the East Wall wasn't real great. The Vistula defenses weren't real great. The Oder defenses weren't real great. So that made me a little leery. But they're not. The other thing that's a little concerning with this, not concerning, is that the combat result table seems to be very oriented towards retreat. So a lot of the attacks, from what I recall, were 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, which allows maybe for a loss of 1, and that's where the 015 Panzer units come in so good, because, well, they serve as nice cannon fodder and will buy you time. So we're looking forward. I know we say it all the time, but we are really looking forward to playing this, because we recall having this as a good time. We also consulted our go-to book for this period of war, Volume 8 of Germany in the Second World War, and are re-reviewing it for this era. And it's interesting because Decision Games has recently released in Volume 1 of their East Front Battle series this area. So, all right, folks. We'll keep you posted on this, and we are looking forward to Race to the Vistula. Well, turn 2. The Soviets did not get as many kills as they wanted, but what they saw here. And I guess we'll use my finger pointer. Southeast of Chelm, they saw an opportunity. They saw an opportunity down here where the Hungarians were. They saw an opportunity here and an opportunity there. Oh, sorry there, folks. So what did they do? Well, in this one, this attack here where they could get 3 units around there, they had a particularly good attack because it was Brody ended up falling because it was like a 4-to-1 with a -2 and a +1 because of the German. So they killed 2 units there. That was a particularly good one. Southeast of Chelm, well, they got an exchange. Not great, but an exchange is an exchange, and the Germans need to die, except it was a 015 for a 215 Soviet. 24th Panzer, though, which they hoped to kill, that got a defender retreat. Well, they weren't really happy with that. And the Hungarian also got the retreat. So the terms losses right here, turn 2. You can see Soviets didn't do quite as well as they wanted to. But going back to the map, well, the Germans have lost much of their fortified positions. Doesn't augur well for the future now, does it? Soviets also lost another 114 when they did a 1-2 down here to try to get an exchange for a unit. Either an exchange or an exchange, depending upon the die roll at 1-2. They didn't get that. They didn't get a D1, but it was a worthwhile gamble, and that's when they lost the 114 infantry. But the line feels iffy, and here we're going to lose a 015 probably. Maybe it will be able to get a retreat and an infantry one, but what it does, it's there solely to buy time. Solely there to buy time. So, on to turn 3. Alright folks, we got some help here tonight. We've got Squirt. Squirt's the kitty who showed up at 4 weeks old on our back wall, and we just have to be conscious of what he's doing. Well, we said that, like there, right there, where we got claws on the table. Okay, we got this. There, we got stuff repositioned. It's all good. Squirt may soon have to go out of the room, but yeah, okay. Pop. Okay, we're back. We dumped Squirt out of the room, and Miss Frankie ran. So this turn saw the Soviets at 29 units on the board, the Germans at 24. The Soviets figured they needed to kill at least 4 units. Instead, they killed 6. 6. They're very happy here. So, but how did that come to transpire? Well, southeast of Chelm, they did a 1-to-1 attack, and by God, they killed a unit. That was pretty big stuff, caused one to retreat. The fort underneath, they killed a unit there. At Lvov, they killed another unit. I mean, this has gone pretty well, and down here, they got a 9-5, a 1-to-1 exchange. Then they killed a Panzer Grenadier down here. That's 5. And, oh yeah, and a flak unit was lost up here. So all in all, a good turn. Well, they didn't kill a Panzer unit, because what happened here? The Germans are making a relief effort here. So they've got Panzer and another unit attacking this unit right here to try to relieve them. The attack fails, and guess what? It doesn't fail per se. It gets a D1, but a D1 does them no good. A D1, well, actually, it wasn't a D1, it was an exchange. An exchange here means they lose a unit here, so the Soviets lose a stinking tank regiment, the Germans lose the 17th Panzer Division, and they're no better off than they were before. Turn 5 coming up, and Soviet air comes on the board. And of course, there's Squirty Pie again. Game turn 5, the Soviet offensive is in moderate gear. Stalin's still fussing at Konov for not moving further, and of course he failed to meet his stock objective of killing 4 units. But he did kill 3. One was a flak unit, one was the other panzer unit, panzer division, and a 014 worthless infantry division, but a division is a division. So, on this turn, what we saw is Vistula. We didn't kill the unit. It was a 4-1 with a -2, and it retreated to Jarzalov here, and then subsequently redeployed to a better defensive position on the German turn. 23rd Panzer was killed with a D1, and that was a good thing. We picked up squirting to him off the table on that one. For the Russians, down here, we managed to kill a unit. So, a decent enough turn. The Germans got 2014s and a Panzer brigade coming on down here. The turn was combat, then moved. Not the greatest possible thing, but at this point it didn't matter. They did try a counterattack up here in order so they could reach out here. Previous turn, you can see now that this unit is now just waiting to die. So, we continue on with turn 6.